Good day, how are you guys doing? This is a continuation of the video I made yesterday about some of the numbers in GT6 that are not exactly the way they appear to be. Here we're looking at a 1998 twin-turbo Mitsubishi GTO. It's supposed to have 276 horsepower, 314 pounds of torque, and it's supposed to weigh 1680. We're going to buy it. This is really for two things. One of them, I have no idea that this was the case, but you'll see later what I mean. Not my favorite color. Okay, let's ticket this. Where are we here? Okay. Now let's go over, I'll just do it this way. Car settings. Lo and behold, it has 314 horsepower, 314 horsepower, 359 pounds of torque, and weighs 1680. So the only one that's the same is the weight. The torque is 359. I'm writing this down so I can talk sensibly about it, and the power is 314 horsepower. Okay. So everyone knows that when you change the oil of one of these cars, it goes the horsepower and the the PP go up a bit. So let's do that. This is the surprising part. Okay, so we go into pit service. All we're going to do is change the oil, and it really shouldn't make much difference, but it seems to. Okay, there we are with a fresh oil change on a brand new car. Car settings are now 330 horsepower, so they went up by 16. Who's good at math? I'm not. Did the torque change? Yes, it did. It went up to 377. Okay. So that is probably what you expected. Let's go back. And this is something you didn't expect. Go back to the same car. Takes forever to find these cars because there's so many. There it is, the 98 GTO twin turbo. We're going to buy another one. And this one's going to be red. Alright, doesn't matter. Obviously, the same numbers, everything's the same, 276 and all of that. Okay, so we're going to buy the red one. Same car as we just had. Different color. Okay. Now this time, we're just going to double check. This should be 314, 359, and so on, as we said. But this time, we're going to up the power first. We're going to add all the power options. We're not going to change anything else. See how much money I spend for you guys? Intake. And high range turbo. Okay, so we're at 884 horsepower. Let me write this down again. 884, and torque is 726. Boy, it went up a lot, eh? Now, let's do our oil change now. And you'll see a huge difference. Just something as simple as an oil change. But with all the power options added. You'd think it wouldn't make a difference, but boy does it ever. Now, ooh, look what we've got now. We went from 884 to 928. So right there you've got 28 and 16. I think that's 44. So whereas we only went up 314 to 330, we only went up 16 before. This time we went up 44 horsepower. Torque is 726 to 762. Well, that's up a fair bit too. The point I'm trying to make is, if Priano or German Racer or any one of our tuners makes a tune, sometimes they'll say change the oil and sometimes they won't. Well, they don't tell you when to change the oil. So if you've got, it's hard to explain. The horsepower really shouldn't go up that much. I noticed at first on the Fairlady, the 98 Fairlady, it went sky high, 43, 44 horsepower more, fully powered up than it did from stock. It just doesn't make sense. Anyway, so I'm thinking that if you want to raise your horsepower and you can't get it up too much, put all the power options on, then change the oil. If the tune calls for change the oil, as some do, it might be better to change it before you put the power options on it, like change it right out of the dealership. Otherwise your numbers are going to be all screwed up, because the transmission numbers, of course, are based on the power. You increase the power and your transmission settings are will all be completely different. That was my point. So I had no idea about this. I talked to a few guys just now, and they didn't know about it either. So that's what you pay me the big bucks for, guys. Join the forum, GTWorld.ca, and learn more tips like this. Thanks for watching.